Hello. Welcome, guys. Come on in. How's everyone doing? Ooh, who's ready to get some writing done? I've been tweaking and playing with a template for tomorrow's weekly planning session, so that'll be up soon. Check that out. That'll be in the description for the planning session. So I hope you guys will come and join me for that. Let's see. Who is ready to get some writing done? Let's see. Rachel, getting goodies and taking a break before enjoying more sprints. Nice. What you gonna get? Louise, hey Rachel, how are you? Rita, hello, back to sprints for the rest of the day. Perfect. Yeah, we had a nice little break in between there, right? Heather, sneaking in with some smuggled cocoa. Yes. How's contraband here? Like that. Louise, you have contraband, Heather. Sounds like a good idea after I finish this coffee. Oh yeah, a nice cup of cocoa. Sounds good, actually. Haven't had one for a while. Hey, Angry Watermelon, how's it going? Hey, Rita. Afternoon, everyone. Hello. How you doing, hon? Elaine, hi, everyone. Doing some meal planning in these sprints and some musing about my plot. Yes. I'm going to pull this guy out today, and I think I'm going to do a little bit of mind mapping, I think, because I'm struggling with a scene. I've now attempted to write it twice, and I do not like either version. So I'm going to give myself the opportunity to do a little mind mapping and see if I can get maybe a better connection going on there. I think I may have one way of doing it that might work better, because showing a little disrespect to the character. And that nobody else understands what she's trying to do. All right, I think that's going to work. Let's see, Rachel, hi to Louise, doing good. Crystal, hey, writers, how's it going, hon? Let's go, D3, yes. Double down day, guys. Oh, love it. Heather, to Louise, well, the non-contraband stuff gave us food poisoning this week. It got tossed along with the containers. Oh no! Oh, that's terrible, hon. I hope everyone's okay and they've recovered. Oh, that's not good. That's really weird. But okay. Laura, hello and happy double down day, y'all. I wrote about 3,500 words during the sprinting break. Nice. Hoping to get a couple thousand more while we're together. I'm so close to the end of the story. Oh, you're on that end of it with all the energy going on, and you're gonna have fun, hon. Francis, hello, welcome. Lori, hello. I lost track of time. I'm making supper. Hey, that's okay, hon. Anger on row. Very exciting, Lori. Yes. Louise, food poisoning is the worst. Yes. And do you ever find yourself kind of blaming yourself too? Like, oh, did I not put it away soon enough? Did I? Like, you throw in all the things, and sometimes it had nothing to do with you. It just what it was. Somebody else messed up. It wasn't your doing. Let's see. Lori, I started watching Mod 1, Publish and Thrive, but think I'll finish watching tomorrow and concentrate on writing sprinting tonight. Yes. We are here to get some writing done, guys. Sherry, hello, hearties. Ready to get some words? Hey, Seko, how's it going? Let's see, Rita, it appears the double down day is for journaling for me, and this time I'm rewriting my January journaling. I was not happy with the notebook or pen I was using, so switched it back to the Artist Loft. Dotted. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I've done that where I've used a notebook and I kept saying, well, I bought it, I got to use it. And I hate the paper. I hate how the pen scratches on it or whatever. It catches the pen every 2 seconds and just annoys, right? So I totally get that. Rita did a bunch of words earlier this morning. This sprint, I'll be collecting and gathering files, clips for 2 special event videos I have planned. Very interesting. My interest is piqued. Let's see. Katerina, hello. Good evening, all. Ready to get wordy? I love this day full of heart breathings energy. Oh, yes, I agree. Helen, haven't written yet today. Got to get going on tonight's sprints. 2,000 words, ideally. Oh, you got that. You got that. Huh? We have 2 hours with me, 2 hours with Diane, and then 2 hours with Jen. So you got 6 hours of writing, guys. You're going to do fine. Okay, guys, on that note, we do not For anyone that is new, we do not do, generally speaking, 25-minute sprints. We occasionally sprinkle them in, but not very often anymore. What we have harnessed is the longer sprint. So we do 45-minute sprints here. That allows us to stay in flow. I found that 2025s are great when I'm doing something that I don't want to do, house cleaning or something like that. It's great for that, or exercise or whatever, that kind of thing. But when I want to do something where I want to stay in deep focus and I don't want to be interrupted, I hate the timer going off at 2025 because I feel like that's the moment I've started to get into flow state and the ideas are coming and bing, 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 and stop, and it just interrupts. So we do 45-minute sprints here because we're here to do our writing. We love writing. Some days we don't love it, but those are sometimes where the 2025s come in play. But generally speaking, we want to be doing this. This is something we enjoy. This is something we want to stay in, like I said, deep focus mode. So we're going to do 45-minute sprints. Do a little sampler today because we do have some new people with us. We're going to do my 2-minute micro sprint plan for the first one. So you use the prompt in the first sprint I will, or in the next sprint I will, depending on whether or not you've written today. And you're going to figure out what you need to reveal about character, plot, or setting, what you're trying to get your protagonist to do on the page, the obstacles and opportunities you're going to toss at them, the action steps you're going to take to move through that scene or chapter, so beginning, middle, end, story beats, whatever it is that you find works for you, just use that structure. It could be something from, say, the cat. It could be something from the 27 chapter. That's right, isn't it? I think it's right. 27 chapter structure, whatever it is, you do you do what works for you, right? Finally, then you need to figure out what resources you need. Highly recommend tall glass of water, favorite beverage, favorite scented candle, or whichever candle you're using for the project you're working on. Sometimes that's sensory type techniques will actually help you to stay more in that focused state. And anything else you might need. Notes, tech, if you've written any notes on. I'm going to be using a combination of a bigger notebook from Mind Mapping. And I think this is just a, it's a Moleskine, just one of their cheapy little craft paper lined ones. I should go maybe get blank, but I don't have that right now. So I'm going to use this guy for now. And I'm going to use my my Neo 2 as well for writing, and I also am going to use my little sprint journal for writing out my sprinting notes. That's all it goes in this little guy these days. I used to try to use it for all writing, but I found that was getting a bit chaotic. I have another notebook I now use when I want to really sit down and explore story and start breaking it out. This is for really, really raw notes that I'm not gonna, I may or may not end up using, right? And then finally, oh my, I lost my resources. And then any story questions you might have for yourself. Things that have kind of been bugging you about the story, write it down. If you get it out of your head and get it on paper, it's easier to start processing it. It takes it out away from you a little bit and just opens it up for you to basically be able to explore more. And then the outcome you're looking for, if it connects to any other scene or the end of the story or something that just sort of has to happen, and you know that you kind of are working with moving parts that have to eventually connect. Okay, guys, let's dive in and get that first 2-minute sprint on. Pen and paper, I recommend, but you could do this in tech too, guys, definitely. Okay, guys, in the first sprint I will, or in the next sprint I will, and let's begin. Sorry to pull. I should bring this up so it's a little easier for me to find. There she is. In the first sprint I will, and go. So what did you guys come up with? Oh, thank you for subscribing, Helen. Rachel, oh, let's see, hold on. Rita, I love how you run your sprints. I get so into it. I love that. Rachel, I love the deeper focus, longer times. I found it works best for me. So that's why I started doing it this way. Yes. Thank you, Helen, for subscribing. Bryn, hey, how's it going, hon? Lori, in the first sprint, I will start organizing my notes by writing all these scattered pieces of paper onto note paper so they can be organized in my novel binder. Oh, I like that. That's a good system. I have a feeling there's like a certain amount of freedom that comes from doing all the little notes, because then none of it matters, right? It's kind of it's just random thoughts, and but it's somehow when you go in the notebook, it's got to be organized. I don't know. So that's why I kind of like I've separated, and that's why this is kind of my random notes now, because I want something. I know I have it written down. I know it's associated with a sprint. I know where I'm going to find it. But when I actually want to put it into a more organized state, then I get my writing notebook out. If I can get her out of here, she's sticking to the plastic of the other one. And then I get this little guy out, and then I can actually kind of break things down and start thinking through it a little more clearly, right? So I definitely agree with that approach. Louise, for all of Double Down Day, I'm working to finish a book. I have about 6K left to write. The longer times have worked so well for me, so I'm looking forward to these. Nice. You have 6K. 1,000 words an hour. You could finish it tonight, hon. You really could. Let's see. Rachel, in this first sprint, I will go through the chapters to format them properly and add in any setting starters needed. Nice. Sherry, in the first sprint, I plan to finish rewriting the first chapter of my work in progress. I've decided to change the POV and go from 2, 3, or possibly 4. I'll see how it works. I hear you. Yeah. I have one that went from, I was trying desperately to write it as a single. Couldn't do it. Tried it with the 2. It's at 4. Hurts me. After I think about it. But it's easier at the same time. Like, it's like, okay, I know I have to do 4 points of view, but they at least speak to me. Where before it was like, oh, she doesn't know that, and she doesn't know that. She can't tell me. She can't work on that because it's not happening where she is, and this is going to suddenly surprise her, which could have been maybe okay, but not really for the way the plot was going. It's like, let's see. Helen, going to work on chapter 3 of the first draft of my second book. Sweet. Okay, guys, let's dive on in. We're gonna have our first 45-minute sprint. Then we're going to do the other approach that I use, and we're going to do a 5-minute journaling session. And with that one, I will repeat the 2-minute micro sprint plan just for anyone who still uses that one. But I like to use voice journaling, in which I actually write from the character's point of view and just let them sort of tell me about the story. And that works really, really well. So sometimes I end up in an analytical mode and that's being more broken out in bullet points. But I find when I journal in the character's voice and the character's head, they tell me things I didn't expect. And I love that. So we'll do that. And then we're going to wrap it up with our second 45-minute sprint. And then I'm going to hand you off to Diane. Okay, guys, let's see. Katerina, I'll be working on chapter 23, just a few more chapters ago. Sweet. Rita, I love writing multiple PV. I don't know why I resisted it because I like it, but it was like, what am I doing? What am I doing? I'm making this harder on myself. But it's like I said, so many ways it's easier. It's Katerina, 23 or 27, but last chapter is done. This is book 3 in my series. Nice. Okay, guys, let's dive in. Good luck, good writing, and I'll see you on the other side of 45. So how did that go for you guys? I just figured out something. The character that I had, I'm going to tighten up. She's sort of an antagonistic character, and she can be so much more, I just discovered. So I'm going to shorten the timeline. And she's already bothered by the fact that she's kind of packing up the house and in charge of that. But Bella also chose to get out of there, so can't have everything, right? But then on top of that, she'll end up going to school with her, and she already knows she's keeping secrets, so she's gonna be looking to find out what the truth is, because she wants her dad to have the business and not Bella and her brother. So I think I got somewhere. Let's see. Where that is a long drive. So I'm assuming that what you're saying is an hour and a half there and an hour and a half back. So 3 hours of driving. And then how long is the actual event? Is it worthy of, 3 hours of driving back and there and back? Let's see. Where did I leave off? Lori asked Katerina, what genre do you write? And she said you could do this, definitely. YA paranormal, nice. Let's see. Rachel mine is book 3 of my adult urban fantasy PNR. I should know this. PNR. What is it? Why can't I think it? So I will keep it going. Reminder, guys, I will be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern for our writing sprints and 6 p.m. Eastern for our Plan With Me weekly. It's guided. It is very much writing focused in the fact that we use the structure of story to help break down and create a plan for ourselves. So come and join us for that. And we have a template for that one now as well. So I got to get that up there after the live. I might be able to do it while I'm live, but I don't want to mess it up. So I'll just do it afterward. We're done the live and I'll plunk it right on in there. Let's see. Angry Watermelon, 754 words edited. Woo. Yes, definitely. Crystal, just finished my mocha cold brew, and thank you, Tracy. So wrote part at 40 despite distractions. I am today had a new one here, which was their golden foam shaken espresso with the toffee nuts syrup. It's so good. I love it. Oat milk. I think there's oats somewhere in there too. Yeah, no. It was so yummy. Let's see. Where do we go here? Rosen. Let's see. 901 words, and I am almost done rewriting this scene. Nice. Bryn, 415 words. Beautiful. Let's see. Laura, 1,656 words at sprint. Ooh, that's so sweet. I am this close till the end of the story. You got this. You've got this. You're going to be it today, and then you're going to be able to do. What's your reward? What fun thing you're going to do afterwards to kind of finish out the night, right? Let's see. Louise, 1,215 words for me. Nice. Lori, now that I'm rereading notes, I'm getting more ideas for scenes. Oh, that's perfect. Love when that happens. Heather, another chapter edited. Sweet. Sherry, took me all that time to rewrite one scene, but it is definitely flowing better. Time went by so fast. I know, right? Can you guys remember when we first did them? I mean, it was like, it felt like there was a shift. Like, it was like, this scene's long. Oh, the timer should be going off. And it's like, now it's like, hold on. What do you mean? What's the time doing off? I'm still going. Let's see. Like 2 hours for the ritual. So, that's the ratio of driving to that, isn't that? Only if you really, really, really want it. And maybe there's something else you could do while you're over there. I don't know. Make it so you're getting a few things done, if that's possible. Let's see. Katerina, paranormal romance. Nice. Oh, paranormal. Okay. Duh. got thrown off by the end. Let's see. Let's see. Lori. Woohoo, Laura. This is so exciting. Yes. Katerina, 1046 words for me. On a roll. Psycho, I try to spend more time out of the car than in it. Yes, I know. I hear you on that. Louise, Laura, well done. Francis, 316 and stacking. Nice. Oh, I'm sneeze. JM, sweet. I showed up eventually. That's okay. It's when you show up when you can, right? Oops. No, not sneezing. Listen, 3 chapters down, 10 more to go. Laura, thanks everyone. It's been a struggle to get the words written to lately, so it feels good to get them done today. Nice. Tyler, haven't had time to write until now today, but hopefully I'll be in for the rest of the sprint tonight. Nice. Okay, guys, let's dive in, and we're going to get our 5-minute journaling on. So, in a thank you. I'm like, I'm not going to sneeze. I'm going to say sometimes we have no choice, right? Okay, so we're going to do our 5-minute journaling, but if you want to do the 2-minute journaling sprint, 2-minute micro sprint, oh my. Okay. In the next sprint, I will. What you need to reveal about character, plot, or setting. What you need your protagonist to do on the page. They won't always cooperate, but do your best. The obstacles and opportunities you're going to toss at them. The action steps you're going to take to move through that scene or chapter. Beginning, middle, end. Story beats. You know the good stuff, right? The resources you're going to need. If you forgot something, do not feel bad. Jump up and get it now. And that way you have it for during the sprint if you think you need it, right? Don't hold yourself back and don't break flow while you're in the state. Try to use the breaks to get what you need, right? That includes refreshing your beverages and stuff too, right? Any story questions you might have for yourself, and then the outcome you're looking for. And I'm going to do some journaling from my character's point of view and see what I can find out about the relationship between these two. I know it's somewhat antagonistic, and I want to explore what it is that that made it antagonistic, because they are a family, but it doesn't mean they always get along, right? Rachel, there really isn't a word count this time, so I was comparing and contrasting chapters, moving them around, and then making sure they fit in my plotting tool. Nice. You know, the word count is the easy one. We fall into that because it's just often easier to calculate. But I mean, right, go by your number of pages, go by your whether or not you accomplish what you need in that scene and it moves forward. Do what works for you. Like, you don't need to do word count. Often word count is the most shallow measurement of them all, because you can have a million words and they can all be generally useless, right? We've all written them, right? We write a scene, we're looking at it and going, it's great, but I can't use that in the story. It doesn't move that story forward. Maybe it would move something else forward in another, spin-off or something, but it doesn't work for this one. But often we write, you do also have to allow yourself to write things that don't work so you can unearth the things that do, right? Let's see, love the longer sprints. Oh, hey, Lysanda. Yes, definitely, I agree. Haley waving hello from Plotting Land. I love it. Okay, guys, 5 minutes. Let's figure out what it is that we're going to do with our second and final 45, because then I got to hand you off to Diane so she can take you through the next 2 hours. Okay, guys, let's begin. So how did that go? I just made a fantastic connection. It actually gave me goosebumps. I'm excited. Let's see. Sanda, in the next sprint, I will read through 3 more chapters and take notes. Nice. Lori, I'm still writing notes, brainstorming, and that's perfectly fine, hun. I'm backing up a little bit because I ended up, like I said, I've already written this scene. This will be my 3rd attempt, I think. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't like the feel of it. I didn't like how it sort of stalled out the story. It didn't have the action just was kind of stagnant. I didn't like. So I'm trying something else to see if I can get it to work the way I need it to. So I'm brainstorming too. Jenna is here. Hello, hello. Hugs all. Spending time with the family a bit. High fives to the like button. Thank you, hun. I hope you're having an amazing time with family. Are you guys eating anything special or making anything? What's the plan? Lori, in the next sprint, I will read through some chapters and take notes focusing on the goals, motivations, and conflicts. I want to focus on pacing and the character arc as well. Nice. Let's see. Psycho. Hey, Hi, Jenna. Jess coming in to hit the like button. Hi, how's it going on? Sherry, in the next sprint, I will be writing a scene with my 3rd POV and see how she fits. Ooh, interesting. What is her role in the story, right? If you define that, that will help make everything, I think, else fall into place. Katarina, I had a goosebump moment too. Just discovered something big about my main character, a key component of her character. Very exciting. Only took me 23 chapters. Oh, well, that's what editing is for. Exactly. And you never know what you're going to write that suddenly opens something up and just reveals it to you, right? That's why we write that bad stuff too, because we got to get it out of our way because it's standing in the way of the good stuff that we want to get on the page, right? Rita, it's been nice getting back to this notebook and journal. I found a blue Sharpie pen my daughter used for college and loving the combination. It's been a good day after feeling under the weather. Oh, I'm glad you're on the mend, hun. Crystal, that was a great exploration sesh. I also made a dark chocolate prebiotic tea. Interesting. We'll be adding my cookie butter creamer to quell those sugar cravings from quitting sugar this year. Oh, Jess had an earthquake last night, so I'm a bit jumpy today. Oklahoma doesn't get many. This one was 5.1. Yeah, Diane was commenting on that too. That is not an area that generally gets them, so that's I hope everybody's safe, and I hope that there's 5.1, but hopefully minimal damage, nothing too exciting other than some jumpy nerves for a day or two. Okay, guys, we're gonna dive on in 45 minutes because we want to I gotta hand you off to Diane, right? Okay, guys, I'll see you after 45. Good luck, good writing. How did you do? How did you do? I did not end up writing a word on my Smart Neo 2 here, but I made so many connections just by doing mapping and breaking things down, getting the characters' names down, and figuring out. I've got this bigger family of like, so I've got aunts and uncles and cousins, and I'm like, okay, who is doing what, where, how? And so I kind of wrote them out, trying to figure out who's still living, who's gone, how did they die, how does that affect the story, who's surviving, what they want, how they're interfering or helping. Let's see. I saw some amazing numbers. I threw some confetti on there. I didn't realize the heart actually had more options. Let's see. I never use it. So reminder, guys, I am back tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern for writing sprints and 6 p.m. Eastern for our weekly plan with me. It's fully guided, and we now have a template, so I gotta get that up next. Let's see. Ooh, I don't want to murder the name. Ishmini? Am I close? Let me know. The link is there for Diane's sprints in the chat, so grab that. Laura, my goodness, my brain is brewing so many ideas. I can't write them down fast enough. Ooh, I love that kind of problem. Let's see. Laura, 1,241 sprints, 41 words that sprint for 11,438 total today. You are on fire. Awesome. I reached the end of this first draft. I still need to expand a scene or two, but I'm so glad I have this draft done. Thanks for all the Devil Down Day hosts. I agree. That is amazing, hon. Laura, I'm going to hop off and grab dinner, but I'll see you all later. You need the break, hon. Take a break. Enjoy your meal. Louise, that is awesome, Laura. Well done. Yes. Rita, one of my kittens, came for a visit. I guess she's hungry. Supper break, and see you all over at Diane's. Perfect. Well, Sanda got through 2 more chapters. Thanks for hosting, Tracy. You're welcome. Rachel, I got everything set in the plotter and even updated 2 chapters that time. This time, thank you so much for the sprints. You're so welcome. Hopping over to Diane. I'm going to jump over soon too. So Crystal, thank you, Tracy, for always showing up, being consistent. Today was my best writing session yet. I truly believe it is because you are the only one that offers 45-minute sprints, almost 700 words. Oh, thank you, hon. I love hearing that. The sprint and still cutting. Yes. Katarina, woohoo, another 763 words. I love mixing up the sprint lengths. This was great. Thank you for the great sprint. You're welcome, hon. Louise, thanks for hosting, Tracy. 1014 for me, that sprint. Whew, nice. Ishmini, 717 words. Nice. Katarina, okay, moving over to Diane. See you guys over there. Yes. Sherry, 1013 words. Yay, that is awesome. You are so welcome, Lori. Okay, guys, let's go hop on over and get on to Diane's sprints so we can get some more words. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you, guys. Bye.